Good afternoon. My name is Clark Sukcheski. I am the U.S. Global Natural Resources Industry Leader for BDO. It's my pleasure to introduce Forum Energy Technologies. Forum is a global company serving the oil, natural gas, industrial, and renewable energy industries. Forum provides value-added solutions that increase the safety and efficiency of energy exploration and production. They are an environmentally and socially responsible company headquartered in Houston, Texas, with manufacturing, distribution, and service facilities strategically located throughout the world. It's my pleasure to introduce you to Neil Lux, President and CEO of Forum Energy Technologies.
Thanks, Clark. I appreciate it. Appreciate the introduction. And again, I think over the next 20 minutes or so, I'm going to provide a little bit, present our story, and it's one I really like to tell. And it's a great story to tell. I think before jumping in, obviously we have to have our forward-looking and non-GAAP caution slide. So again, use your normal awareness here. Also, this presentation is on our website. So we'll get started. All right. So at FET, we don't drill the holes. We don't stimulate the wells. And we don't produce the hydrocarbons. What we do is we do provide value-added products and solutions that increase the safety and efficiency of energy production. So we are a global manufacturer. Almost all of our revenue is derived from selling new products and aftermarket parts and service. We have a wide range of a differentiated portfolio of products in our portfolio, and our deep base of industry knowledge allows us to develop new products and solutions for our customers that allow us to add value for our customers and us to participate in that value addition as well. And on the next slide, I am going to provide a few examples of how our differentiated products drive revenue growth. And I'm going to start with our capital equipment products. These are critical components for either new build or upgraded equipment which our customers rely on. Beginning with our drilling technologies product line, we provide two key products for handling drill pipe safely and efficiently. Our FR120 iron roughneck makes up and breaks up drill pipe joints. So instead of having the YouTube video of the guy with the chain putting the pipe together and taking it apart, we can use our tool to do it much more safely and efficiently. In addition, we have a pipe wrangler catwalk, which brings the pipe from the ground up to the rig floor. As drilling intensity has increased with longer laterals and larger diameter drill pipe, and as rigs are either added in the United States or globally, these are essential tools for the modern rig. Moving on to pressure pumping, we supply the most advanced heat transfer solution in the industry. On the left there is our market share leading Jumbotron Cube radiator. Along with our 3,300 horsepower power end, which is on the right in green, both products are essential as our customers upgrade their fleets with environmentally friendly dual gas blend engines or electric fleets. For offshore applications, we have decades of experience providing subsea robotics to the marine industry. Shown here is the XLX work class ROV. And it has a large installed base because it has reliably and efficiently completed complex tasks to support oil and gas and subsea installations and offshore wind around the world. These products here on the left are great examples of our capital equipment offering, which today comprises about 1/3 of our revenue for the first 6 months of this year. However, during past cycles, this share approached nearly 50% as our customers added new capital equipment. The balance of our revenue is derived from activity-based consumables. When we say consumables at Forum, don't underestimate the value. We're not talking about nuts and bolts. Our consumables can be big ticket and high turn items. A great example is our Envirolite greaseless cable from our quality Wireline brand. Wireline is a critical component for completions, often used to support multi-well frac operations. our Envirolite product is superior to conventional wireline because of the longer run life. It allows pressure pumpers to complete more stages per day, and it eliminates grease. More efficient and environmentally friendly. That's a win-win. To the right of the Envirolite is our Cyclone sand separator tool. It looks pretty simple, but it is an elegant solution that extends the life of our customers' expensive downhole electric submersible pumps. This allows them to increase production and reduce the number of workovers. So we have fairly strong market share with this product, but we do have a great opportunity to increase that share by convincing more and more operators to adopt this safety measure to extend the life of their product. Also, ESPs are used around the world. We have begun exporting this product in earnest, and we are seeing great results from increased sales efforts. Flashing up here is another great example, coiled tubing, which is also critical for completions and frac. The manufacturing of quench and temper coiled tubing in continuous lengths of 30 to 40,000 feet is incredibly challenging. And at FET, we have patented our inline quench and temper process. So we complete this complex procedure in one step, while our competitors need to do this in 2 or more steps. So this manufacturing advantage has allowed us to gain sizable market share in the United States and around the world. About 50% of coiled tubing sales are outside the United States. We also provide a wide range of casing hardware products from Davis Lynch. So this is a brand that's been around for a long time, and it's especially popular for offshore and international operators. Finally, we have our P-Quip mud pump system. This is a mud pump system that goes with offshore rigs, and this is a leading solution that extends the life of those pumps, especially the piston and the liner. So when we step back, the P-Quip system is really critical for increasing the safety and reliability, and it has made it the leading solution for offshore rigs. Again, these are just a few examples of our differentiated portfolio, and I guess it's fairly extensive. So now I'm going to step ahead and look and talk about how we reach our customers around the world with our winning products and solutions. So our largest manufacturing facilities are in the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Germany, and Saudi Arabia. However, we ship our products around the world. Almost every energy-producing country uses our products and solutions. You can see every country highlighted has been a destination in the last 6 months, in the last year. About 1/3 of our sales for the first 6 months of this year were outside the United States. However, during previous cycles, much like our capital equipment, this has approached nearly 50%. So to provide our products around the world, we do not need to expand our roof line or invest additional capital for growth. We can service the world with our strategic manufacturing and service hubs that are already in place. This is where FET's business model differs from our oil field service customers. Okay, I wanted to look at a little bit our industry fundamentals and the global investment that we think is required to go forward. So this chart here plots annual oil and gas upstream investment in dark blue bars and the average global rig count with the green line. Investment and rig count both peaked, obviously, in 2014. And while we've seen a nice rebound since 2020, both remain relatively low, at relatively low levels given the demand we're seeing in oil. And by some estimates, we need a 30% increase in spending to balance supply and demand. The benefit from FET comes from the levers outlined up and to the right. Global activity should drive rig count higher. Also, with many of the top-tier assets having been harvested, service intensity will increase, and our customers will need to invest in new equipment to replace aged and obsolete wells. So I've spent a lot of time on my customers' frac fleets, drilling rigs, and I think they've done a great job extending the life of their assets. They've avoided spending the capital. But when you look around, you see a lot of mismatch, you see a lot of aged equipment. That investment cycle has to come. We had a good start at the beginning of this year, and I think we've hit a pause now, but that cycle needs to resume. Because if they don't adopt cutting edge technology, they will not be able to handle the intensity that's coming forward. So putting it all together, FET is a strong, long-term tailwind to drive top-line revenue growth. So our revenue is highly correlated to global activity. And so this chart here plots in green our revenue, in blue our revenue, and in green global rig count. So with around 2/3 of our revenue coming from activity-based sales, activity-based consumables, I think it makes sense that we follow activity. And as rig count has rebounded from 2020, so has FET sales, up 46%. However, in addition to market growth, we do have two paths to faster growth than rig count. One is capital equipment demand. You can see that a little bit here in the chart in 2018, 2019 revenue, which was the last OFS investment cycle. We exceeded rig count activity. The second growth path is increased market share through commercial efforts and new product development. As I mentioned earlier, we have the teams in place to understand our customers' needs and allow us to introduce solutions to gain share without sacrificing margins. So we're in a great position for strong top-line revenue growth from industry activity gains, increased investment in capital equipment, and market share capture. And with our revenue gains, we are delivering EBITDA growth. In 2022, we grew EBITDA almost 200% year over year. And this year, we're forecasting to grow another 36%. Our results in 2013 should exceed pre-pandemic profitability from 2019. As an example, we've increased our first half 2023 EBITDA margins by 180 basis points as compared to the first half of 2022. And since 2020, our incremental margins have been a strong 47%. Over the long term, we expect incremental margins between 25 and 40%. And as a capital-light manufacturer, this is incredibly exciting because we have the industrial footprint to grow our revenue with minimal capital. Within our current capacity, current roof line, with our current equipment, we can grow revenue almost 50% from current levels. And top-line growth will drive incredible earnings and cash flow power. So as a manufacturer of engineered solutions, we have a lot of different ways to participate in the energy transition. And we've put our products into carbon capture, into biogas, into geothermal. But today I'm going to focus on the offshore wind industry, an area where we are uniquely positioned to utilize our decades of offshore vehicle experience. So the plot here looks at subsea wells drilled in dark blue. And I think based on the subsea tree awards that have been announced or expected to be announced, demand for oil and gas offshore services should grow nicely through the end of this decade. Today, we believe that most of the world's fleet of ROVs by either this year or going into next year will be fully utilized just by oil and gas. On top of that, when you look at what's coming on offshore wind, there's a huge increase projected by some third parties like EnerCom, looking at the projects that have been announced. So by 2026, there is a scenario where turbine installations will exceed subsea wells drilled by a factor 2 or 3 to 1. This will require a significant number of new vehicles. So along those lines, we have a customer that is looking ahead 3 to 5 years and is inquiring about a long-term order to reserve that capacity. Vehicle demand is coming, and offshore wind is a great opportunity that is unique to a global manufacturer like FET. So to close today, why FET? We have the market conditions and long-term activity tailwinds to support top-line revenue growth. We are expanding our margins through operating leverage and portfolio optimization, and this will lead ultimately to free cash flow conversion. And finally, the unlocking of unrealized shareholder value. The pieces are in place for a great run, and I'm confident that the employees of FET will deliver. Thank you.